pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have roll call.
Chairman Matthew Koppler.
Here.
Member Cyrus Robinson.
Here.
Member Adam Thompson.
Here.
Member Joseph Esposito.
Here.
Member Aaron McGuire. Let the record show that Member Aaron McGuire is absent from today's meeting.
Next, we have approval of the board minutes of 2/22/24. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion we approve those minutes.
Second. Okay. Although, any questions, comments? Okay. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Next, comments from the general public. Show that there's no general public here today, so therefore no comments. Go to comments from the board.
I'm good.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Oh, very quick. I have nothing as well. Moving on to the agenda. Item number 1, Johnny Cash Fund disbursement request, Esposito.
Yes. So I sent you some.
It's probably best if you could step off the dais for this. Sorry. Yeah. Our podium has been removed, but
Here.
you can probably just easier this way to show the distance that you're not going to be voting. So.
Okay. I've requested it due to substantial financial loss from the hurricane. I've sent you some of the pictures, kind of initially what was found. I had upwards of 43 inches on the lower level of my house, so we lost a substantial amount. I do have insurance, however, it's a $5,000 deductible for flood, $5,000 for contents, $5,000 for wind. So there's a total of $15,000 of deductibles with my insurance that I have to pay out before insurance is going to start covering various things, which I don't have. So in short, basically the loss, couple vehicles, which one of the vehicles has a $1,000 deductible, which is going to be totaled. I have a claim on that. Second vehicle, I have a claim on, still waiting for an adjuster. Third vehicle, I haven't even filed a claim on yet. All of them have a $1,000 deductible though. I also have a pool pump that was 3 feet off the ground. It was still completely submerged, so it's completely shot. I did get a wholesale cost replacement on that. It was almost $2,000 for the pump. It was like $1,600. A ride-on lawnmower that was in a shed that was elevated was completely submerged, which was about $2,000. Had a washer, a dryer, a refrigerator, a whole room drywall, so the bottom 4 feet of drywall had to come out. The depth of the water even got onto the ceiling in one of the rooms, so the ceiling had moisture on it that had to come out. So it was a bit of a mess.
How much are you requesting?
Historically, I know 5,000 has kind of been a normal amount. Whatever the board deems appropriate, but I'm looking upwards of 15,000+ of loss, so anything helps. And I do have extra pictures if you want to see.
Pictures are provided were more than enough to document what happened. Yeah. Questions for the board? By the board? Any discussion?
I mean, if you're asking for 5,000 out of this thing, I mean, I'd be inclined to say yes to that. I don't think. I think that's probably the amount I'd be okay giving at this moment.
Agree.
and that'll cover most of the stuff. If that's your deductible for,
Deductible and
yeah, so that'll,
lawnmower, hopefully.
yeah, so that'll help with at least the contents in your house, I think, insurance wise.
So you're our historian here.
I've been here like 4 years.
What's the most it's been? Is 5,000 kind of the standard, or
I think, yeah, that's been the standard.
2 have been 5,000.
Right.
so the most recent one was
Our dispatcher,
Babcock was 5,
Cock,
and yeah, it's been 5 the other 2 times we've used it since I've been here. What's your thoughts?
Well, I'm inclined to go a little bit higher due to the nature of the event that's happened, and again, I don't know, 15,000 is the number, but I would, to put a number on it, I would be willing to go up to 10,000 here. Again, just because of the nature of what's happened. But that's just what I'm saying. I can't make the motion, so. We will need a motion.
Well, I make a motion that we give him. If you want to cut it in the middle, I'll say 7,500.
So I can only
Yeah, I'm going to say
accept the motion. I can't do anything else.
7,500. That's my motion.
Second.
Discussion.
Now we have to have a second to the motion first.
It's going to die.
Okay.
Well, the issue is,
Oh,
There's only
it's
two people
either a second or
I'm
it
good with
dies.
it. I'm good with the 10.
But you can't.
We can't.
That's not, it's either a motion or you're silent. Then we'll take it back.
I'm silent.
Okay. Okay. So that motion dies for lack of a second. So I need another motion.
I'm not going to make a motion, but I will make a statement. So there's right at $103,000 in this account.
Mhm.
So if that's only if we everybody's going to have an impact from this. So I don't think that going that high and making a precedent for it is going to do anything but dissolve this fund. We only put about $200 a month into it anyway. So I think we have to limit ourselves at some point. And I get it and I understand it 100%, but we have there's limited funds, and to collect another that $10,000 back would take 5 years. So I mean I think $7,000 is a stretch, but $5,000 to at least pay his deductible on his insurance I think is acceptable. And then you're going to have, I'm sure there's going to be more officers that's going to need something, and if we have 10 officers or 10 people come in here, that thing is gone. And I really, if you look at the PVA, from the way I read it, it's really there for things like this, but mostly for like if you're sick and stuff like that. That's the way I read into it. I don't think there's any rules or regulations on what you can give it for or what's considered a catastrophe, but like I think too, we have to keep it solvent as well. So
I will say that prior to your coming on, we'd been working to actually update the bylaws with this, and I think I don't know how many. Do you know how many officers are now contributing to it? Because I think that number.
all of them are.
All of them are now?
Yeah, everybody are.
You've opted out.
Oh, really? Okay, cool. As I couldn't remember our conversations from before what that number really was.
Yeah, they have the option. I believe it was the option to not. I don't think anybody's opted not to.
Yeah. What is it, $225 a paycheck or something? It's very nominal, so it's like
Small.
yeah. So to collect $5,000, if 5 people come on $5,000, it'd take forever to get it back up to where it's at now.
I think we also were looking at expanding what is eligible,
Yeah.
because it was too constricted, and that's why it built up so much, because nobody basically met the requirements. So this type of incident is one of the things we wanted to have placed into the Johnny Cash Fund bylaws.
Well, if you make a motion to do 10,000, I'll go with it. But it's a precedent that 10 other officers are going to want $10,000 as well because everybody's going to feel some effect of this, and I just don't know that it's something that's going to, it's not going to stay solvent.
Which makes another motion for 7,500. Everybody agree with that now, based on his argument. Makes sense.
All right, so I'll make another motion to do 7,500 on this case alone because he's asking for 15,000 for things like that, but 7,500, yeah, we'll just do 7,500. That's my motion.
So you're making another motion?
I'm making another motion for 7,500.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion. Is there any other discussion? No? Okay. So, all those in favor of that motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 7,500.
Thank you.
Wait until they do their.
And just real quick, for minutes, Mr. Esposito did step down.
Yes.
It did
yes,
not vote.
I'm in
Okay.
form.
Very good. Okay, item number 2 is, if I get back to the agenda here real quick. Johnny Cash Fund disbursement requests, Lake.
How's it going? I would have dressed a lot better, but we are still in the middle of moving all of our stuff now. I don't have papers and everything. I know we sent in pictures, and I emailed Joey originally. The damage that's shown in those pictures wasn't even really scratching the surface. That was only the second day of us trying to take everything out. I understand Esposito lost a lot. We lost our entire home. We lost everything inside of our home, everything for our child, all of our furniture, our fridge, our washer and dryer. We lost everything. We're currently in the process of trying to move into a new house, which has put us back roughly almost 7,500 just to get the keys to get into this house, which we didn't have that to begin with. I mean, we're trying to scrounge up whatever we can, as well as trying to get just basic furniture, basic needs for our 1.5-year-old son, and we're struggling. We really are. We lost everything. Everything that we had in that house is all sitting out in front of the house right now. Every room in the house is gone. So everything that we have to buy now is appliances for everything. It's furniture for everything. Everything for our child, clothes, food, all of that. So we're in total. I think we were trying to add everything up. I think we're close to probably 15,000 or more. Also, just in basic essentials, just to get into the house and have basic things in our house. Yeah.
Any questions?
How much are you asking for?
So, again, I knew before we had given 5,000, my number before I even came in here, not listening to anything else, I was going to ask for 10 at least to cover, just to get us into our house and get us like a fridge and a washer and dryer, just something simple.
Did you have insurance?
No.
This is a rental house?
Yes. And our landlord didn't have insurance either on anything, so we lost out on everything. Now, our street hadn't flooded in 30 years. Talking to all of our neighbors and everything that are all around, no one ever expected it. So even the last 2 hurricanes that we had, everybody else got flooded. Our street was all right, so we didn't expect to lose anything. And then it came through, and we ended up with, I believe we had about 18 inches of water in our house, which obviously took out everything that we had in there. AC and everything was all out. So whatever we did have that was somewhat salvageable, that's gone too. So
Are y'all applying for FEMA assistance?
So we had them come out and come do the inspection. We're in line basically to see what's going to happen. I've only got basically this week off, so we were trying to rush to get everything get our new place, try to get everything into our new place. And like I said, they were supposed to come hook up our water and electricity today, and they didn't even do that. So now we're still displaced. So.
No questions.
No questions.
I'm almost inclined to make a motion to give the 10,000. I'm going to live with the same argument I made before, but you know, I mean, young kids, and this is rough. He has insurance, and that's not, you know, but I mean, I don't like I don't like making precedents with things because they do that, but
Is there a motion in that?
yeah, I'll make a motion to give $10,000 to him because he's moving, and he has small kids.
Yeah, everything else that we have, material wise, we can get over time. I'm not too worried about getting bigger things. We just want the essential stuff just to get in and get rolling, and then we'll just do everything else over time.
I just moved myself. Cost me like $15,000 myself to move down here. So motion for 10 grand.
Have motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. Any conversation? No. Okay. With that being said, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. It's been granted.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other items to come before the board? I know I've put this on the back burner because we had like 5,000 other things keep getting in front of it, but hopefully I'll have a little more time, and I'll be working on finalizing with the city attorney what the final bylaws will look like. So we'll have a meeting very near future to get that wrapped up. Okay, if there's no other business, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.